think travel's neat. It puts you into situations you never thought would be something that you would encounter. It's not easy. Sometimes it's really annoying. But I think after doing it for so long in so many different ways, that I don't get as bothered by it anymore. Most of it. But when I see other people encountering small hiccups where they've taken a piece of information or not collected a piece of information but have moved on beyond that regardless, and they're freaking out because they can't figure out what's wrong, what's changed, what's different. So as an example, this couple that was in front of me at the bus stop while I was waiting to come out to this hotel from the airport, where hopefully I can get a couple of hours sleep, because I was falling asleep on the underground coming here, so I figured it's possible. But the husband was looking at the schedule for the buses, and the wife was saying, "Figure it out, but there's nobody here to ask, to find out." And he's staring blankly at the bus schedule that I pretty much figured had nothing to do with what they wanted, because these were just buses to get you to the hotels. And they sounded local. They sounded like they were there trying to get away from the airport and back to their home, that they didn't need a hotel. But I got to be able to be the person who called their attention and said, "There's an information screen over the other side of that box that will hopefully tell you what you need to know." And he straightened up his back and quickly ran off in that direction, and she followed, and when I looked over next, they were gone, so I figured they had found the information that they needed. And it just makes me think that people get to a roadblock, something they can't figure out, because they were never meant to be there in the first place. It wasn't going to have the answer for them. It wasn't going to give what was required, because they had already moved on so far from making the first presumption and not figuring out that one before moving on and getting into the next and the next. And eventually you find yourself miles away from where you should be, and no hope of getting to where you need to be using the information that you're trying to access. And it's kind of nice that I get to be able to say to people, flying a plane to me is like riding a bus now. It's easy. As long as I know that I've got A, B, and C, then the rest of it can get as screwed up as it needs to be, and I can still make it to my destination. I can still do what I need to do. And experience screwing it up enough times that you learn what is necessary and what is not. I've been to those places before. I've seen, they've changed how they present it, but I basically know what I'm looking at in certain scenarios. I know that I've gone far beyond where I need to be at certain points. And that these people get to that point and they can't see past it, because really they should never have been there in the first place. And it's nice that I get to be that person, that voice who says, actually, you should be over there. You're okay. Just go over there and ask that person, look at that thing, start again, and you'll get to where you want to be. And if that doesn't work, then I'm happy to suggest something else for you to try. But most times lately it seems that people don't come back, that I don't have to spend a lot of time with them, that the suggestion that I give them now is usually pretty close to right, or at least they don't come back. So they might still be wrong, but I don't usually see them again after that. So it's been nice. It was nice to have that moment of clarity for somebody else with everything that's been going wrong with this part of the trip. But I'm still here, and in about half an hour I will get into my hotel room, and if I'm lucky I'll wake up tomorrow and go and find something to eat and go hop on my plane and head home to Canada.